Welcome back to Combat Mission Battle for Normandy. This is the main event scenario. If you haven't seen the setup and the first turns, you may want to go back and check those out. Otherwise, I'll just give a quick recap before we continue with the Highland Line Infantry of Canada attacking East Buron. Held by 12th SS Panzer Division Italy Jugend. There's a burning Jagdpanzer in the village. We have lost a Sherman 5 as a consequence of that situation. Okay, what we're going to do here, we've got some 25 pounders being called in here. Let's call in some smoke. I want to call in... no, I'm not actually going to... yeah, well... oh, actually we've got... yeah, I'm going to call in this one. See if I've got this. I want to put some smoke in a little bit deeper into if we can possibly find a line of sight somewhere. I'm going to put this down a little bit deeper, but I'm not sure if it's going to... yeah, I can do that. Smoke long. The idea being that I'm going to try to get some immediate smoke here, 25 pounders hitting it, and then just as that lifts, then we come in with 2 platoons. And that smoke should clear, and then we've got mortars that are spare. Now what I've kind of realised I'm going to need to do, I'm going to need to bring these pioneers forward earlier than I was expecting, which is a real change of plan. Click out of that. But I don't see any breaks in this, and I've got a strange feeling that no matter how low that is, that they're not going to go through it, they're going to go around it, and they're going to end up going down this road. You've got to be very careful with the AI, so quickly I need to get these guys and just move them. I don't want them to be exhausted by the time they get across here. Let's move them over here, give them combined facing orders. These are the 2 ICs. No, there's a 3. What am I going to do with the 2 ICs? Let's get them across here. Ready to push up, maybe get into there. Okay, with these guys, I'm going to... fine, let's get these moved right across. And the HQ and the mortar across too. That should be... let's get these guys moved across as well. Click out of that if I can. I should get them all moving. Bit mixed up and jumbled up at the moment, but there's nothing else I can do. That's about it. Fortunately, losing that Sherman has left us a little bit low on ability to shoot into these buildings. Just trying to keep any spotters in here Keep them down. Now, because I only have 2 instead of 3, I'm going to have to juggle these 2 guys a little bit. It's like smoke is coming again. It's quite some distance where we need it to be, unfortunately. Okay, so the 2 infantry platoons are going to come across here. Just a little bit wary of the line of sight on here. Exactly what are they going to be able to see? You think they're going to be able to see a lot more than they may end up being able to see, which is a concern. Okay, let's get these guys moved up a little bit. Got to be careful here that I don't push them up too far, so they start cresting. So HQ, let's get these guys moved across. Let's move them a little bit further. He's moved up a little bit as well. Should really have switched those tank guns. We need to really work over this building in the middle. The critical part of this is going to be covering this, getting through this wheat field. The smoke is landing exactly where I don't want it. And really what I'm going to have to do is to get these pioneers forward to blow holes in these hedgerows. I'm going to have to probably blow, well, I'd like to put a breach here right in front of the building so we minimise exposure frontally, but we're going to have to be careful of the flank. That one's going to be the easy one to do. I could get into there, get on the top floor, maybe put a Vickers HMG in there on the top floor. Just have a look at the windows. That looks pretty decent. Yeah, we're okay for windows. No windows on that side, so it's just covering on the flank there for that. Okay, let's check this out. Feeling that is going to be able to hit that, and that is going to be able to hit that. Just using target light, so I don't make sure this is facing in the right direction, so that we're not going to knock down. Are these guys moving forward or not? Oh god, I just gave them move orders and they've not moved. Oh, I gave them group move orders and they haven't moved. That is frustrating. It's going to put us back a little bit. What can you do? Gonna have no idea when this is coming in. Receiving, when is it? When is that going to actually land? Can't just flip between spotters. Not much more I can do at the moment. It's a shame these pioneers are going to be so backed up now. That's going to cost me a couple of turns. I thought I had them moving. I suppose you got to double check every time. Also need to get these HMGs up a bit quicker.
Roger, fire mission request. Out. Fire for effect, over.
Okay, I've got this infantry across. Start getting these guys moved. It's just too icy, isn't it? Okay. Should really be moving now, but I've really got to get these pioneers forward.
Roger, fire for effect.
I mean, they can be a little bit of a...
End of mission. Out.
Oh, the first smoke has gone in, but it's most of it. Most of it's landed exactly where we don't need it, which is right over here. That's a real shame. Well, here comes the 25 pounders, I think. Or is that the last of the smoke? Really got to start making the first of the moves for these two infantry platoons. Okay. A bit of smoke down. Gonna start getting this infantry up. Get them regrouped there, then push on a little bit. Trying to give them some sort of spacing. These guys are going to be most vulnerable to tiring. Get them facing in a little bit towards that. That should be enough. And move them, just give them initial orders to get there behind them. These guys moving too. And formed up there. I just want to make sure that we stay away from that road if at all possible. And finally bring this two-inch mortars up. Again, face. And again, with a pause order. Again, just an intermediate move to get them in position there. These guys moved up ready to go. Bringing those 25 pounders there, spare. Bringing in some. I just want him ready to bring in fire on anything that's going to particularly threaten us. This guy a hunt order just in case anything pops up and he can contribute. What else have we got to do here? I'm sure there's something else we have to do. Really waiting for these. Let's get that across there now, actually. Trying to click off that. These guys across. And not very scientific, but really just need to get these guys moving. Trying to click off this. It's going to be a bit of a jumble, but I just need to get them in position. I think that's about it. I think that's all we can do at this particular moment in time. We've got these two tanks in Overwatch. And also the third one moving up in Overwatch. I should have opened that one up. Still bringing in smoke. I'm going to be careful in bringing up the armour because I need to make sure that forward edge is clear. Is that a 25 pounders? Infantry opening up. Okay, let's go back to the start and see what we've got here. That smoke's reasonable, but wouldn't mind more actually laying across the axis that I wanted it. Okay, now these two guys are popping. Looks like two infantry squads. These guys are definitely opening up on them as they crest. So as you can see, they can see that section there. Unfortunately, none of the tanks appears able to see it just yet. Where are these guys exactly? It's like right in that corner. So they're on those two corners. Let's see if I can area fire those at least. Yeah, and those are the, well, vaguely close to where it needs to be. These tanks, I don't think I'm going to be able to see that. I'm not sure if it's that important to be able to hit these guys over here. Yeah, no line of sight there. That's the important place I need to hit right now. Do we just keep moving these guys? I want to move them right over to the right map edge. Click out of that. Again, just bring these guys across here. And then quick move them across. Let's see if I can find the... What's the Pioneer? There you go. Get these Pioneers moved up into their correct positions. And I'll move them right over to that right hand side. What are these guys doing for ammunition? Just going to area fire those as well. And that's it for that. Really need to hit these guys hard with something. More infantry popping up. Looks like there's an infantry line across there. There you go. That looks like he's just gotten the pin down. That's definitely worth some £25 or maybe 3-inch mortars. just to work that forward line over. Okay. Let's just check these guys out and see what kind of... Are these guys pinned down? Looks like they've stopped moving, which is not what... Well, the HQ's moving, everybody else has just decided not to bother. Okay, let's... because we really don't need to be... Let's assault from there. They shouldn't just stop. They're kind of stopping in... they're stopping in the... It's only the HQ section's gone forward, which means they're incredibly vulnerable. These guys should not have stopped there. That's really unfortunate. I'm going to assault these guys forward a little bit. That's not a good place to stop, right in the middle of the open field. I know they've taken the odd casualty, but that's not sufficient really to... for them to have stopped dead in the tracks like, because they've stopped it right in an exposed position. Okay, looks like actually how much... Okay, what I'm gonna do here... These guys are still calling in those 25 pounders. Those smoke missions have not exactly been massively what I was expecting. Give them heavy, medium, immediate, confirm. These guys, point target. Just hit these guys right on the corner there. One, light, short, immediate, confirm. Can I not improve on that? Because some of those rounds are impacting exactly where I don't want them to be. And that's maybe a tiny bit better. Start getting these guys forward as well. I've got to make some room for these guys. I don't want them to be backed up right to the corner ever. These pioneers would be in position to go, but for the fact that took so long to get them moving. Get these guys across here. At least so they're in a better position to move. And get these guys just over the wall. Click off that. Let's get these quick. There you go. A little bit of fire coming in here from these guys. Those guys are popping in and out. I think as the sharpshooter starts hitting them. We see we've got the HQ forward, well in advance of his platoon. Okay, we're still in a decent position. So let's get these guys facing around into a usable spot. So they can target a fair bit there. Clear target. These guys move forward so they can provide a bit more support. £25 of stuff is still coming in, so okay, hopefully we get those in pretty quickly. So that should also be receiving, I think. Yep. I've lost a few people here. Taking another casualty. Those £25 are coming in. Not sure if these guys are still moving forward or whether they've gone to ground too. Those £25 are coming down, which is nice. Okay. Don't want to move these guys too far forward yet because those £25 are still coming in. But we're just moving forward a little bit. See if we can get a little bit of a bit more elbow room. We've got these Vickers HMGs coming up. Now what can we see with these guys? Still have line of sight into the buildings, although Strangely enough, we can't see that one. It's kind of strange. I would think we could see the roof there, but that's kind of a problem that you have with this system. You can't really see things that you'd expect to be able to see. You can see that building, can't see that building, can't see, well, I can see a little bit of that hedgerow. Oh no. Just going to close those guys down. These guys moving up. These guys are sorting forward. That's hanging back. And the HQ's moving forward too. Get those HMGs forward. These guys are starting to get ready to move across. Although as it stands, I don't really. I'm just going to move them across a little bit further here, ready to get them faced up in the right direction. Right across here. Click off this. Don't really need these HQs. It's not sure what I'm going to do with those guys. I don't think either of them have radio. Yeah, they actually do. They have radios. Oh, one has a radio. Well, that does make that useful in itself. Click off that. Get a little bit wary of moving this Firefly up. It's going to freshen up this order a little bit. And let's just... £25 is still coming in. Receiving. They'll still be receiving, I expect. Okay, I think that'll be the £25 is about to come in. At least I hope it is. Hopefully they won't land short. Okay, we're getting there, but too many casualties going forward here. Bit of a limit to what we're shooting at the moment, which is unfortunate. See if one's still covering that open ground. Let's deploy weapon. I'm going to target that building, make sure that when we do start going for it, that and I've got to get these guys move forward. Again, I'm getting quite blocked up here. I'm getting not an awful lot of room, but just got to keep pushing forward and keep getting people ready to go. So that puts us in a vulnerable position, but that's about it for what we can do. We got here 2 platoon. Okay, I'm going to get these guys ready to on a position where they can be ready to move. Yeah, that's it, just where you wanted it, I think. Right about here. Oh, came in a bit late. Okay, we are just waiting really for these pioneers to get forward and for the 25 pounders to end, and then we can start just moving on a little bit more. What happened to these snipers? What? 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 Wow, what happened to... Wow, that's, yeah. But we should have seen what happened to them now. That's strange. Maybe he died from his wounds or something, I don't know. That's strange. That's, yeah. Took me by surprise. Okay, we've got those pioneers moving forward, which is where I want them to be. Let's get these guys move forward a little bit. Oh, these are the two I see, aren't they? Get these two. If I can click off that or click onto that. Eventually. Let's get these guys forward. Not sure why these guys are taking cover. These are a little bit got the wrong thing. Face. Let's quick move them there. That was a bit shorter than I liked. The tank's moving through into the field. They're taking flanking fire. Yes, indeed they are. Okay, again we're a little bit. Maybe we can actually start hitting that. Really pretty low line of sight. Hopefully I can get these guys into these two buildings here, but I've got the two IC in at last. Getting the pioneers up. Still got to wait for the 25 pounders to lift. Can't push these reserves forward until I know what's going on. 25 pounders just still have a little bit more to go. Yeah, that stuff should start coming in pretty soon. Just going to put those in that kind of position. Can't go any further forward at the moment because those 25 pounders are still coming in.
Fire perfect. Over.
I think that will be the 3-inch mortars.
Roger. Fire perfect.
That'll be the 25 pounders finished. There'll be some more rounds to come in, I would expect. Okay, what I just want to do here, get these guys working over this building too. Well, I would like to get these guys working over this building if they could see it. Let's see if I can switch with these guys. No, apparently nobody can see this upper story of this building. That's kind of strange, but there you go. So we still got a little bit more of that 25 pounder stuff coming down. Get these guys forward a little bit here. They're tiring, but not much we can do about that at the moment. Again, we've got the reserve ready to go. Got the Firefly that's still in an overwatch position. Predominantly just working that area over. And we've got a little bit more the 3-inch mortars coming in to to do with these strong points. Most of the enemies in this area should have been suppressed at least. So the next turn we will be breaking into these two buildings and getting Vickers HMGs in on the top floors to provide more of a base of fire, and then we'll swing left and start capturing these buildings. So one platoon will go across that way, another platoon will go down here, and we'll gradually increase the perimeter and hopefully be able to get into this area here. Where the reserve is used depends on what the enemy does and where their positions turn out to be. But anyway, that's the second batch of turns. We've got a half an hour left to go exactly, so it's a very neat point to end this until the next bunch of turns. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you again next time.